Come now, all you mangy dogs. Swab the decks and hoist the sails. The guns on board be needing some proper manning. Pieces of 8 and a fine wench on your arm. If you work, be not too shoddy. Careful not to flounder too badly, though, or you may have to dance the hempen jig as we see you to Davy Jones. The Chaffee, my boy. On with the show. Welcome, everybody, friends, folks, foes, and fellow pirate mateys, to our weekly edition of Pirate Radio Podcasts. It's feature show number 355. Montauk MK-Ultra Survivor Christian Laterreur returns. Before we get into him and his bio information, let's remind you that, of course, as always, I am your host, the Robin Hood's Chief Communications Officer, Jaffe Ryder. WPRPN.com is the website we will direct your attention to. Sign up is free. Be sure as well to take a look at the show description end of things. We have a Patreon presence. We have swag available for people's consumption pleasures, coffee mugs, t-shirts, and the like. Digital, a lot of digital activity going on as well. If you'd like to help support us via any number of the platforms that you find us active on, digital tokens and the like, quite often part of the package deal equation. Pirate One Radio at protonmail.com is our email address. Pirate, the numeral 1, radio at protonmail.com. If you have any PayPal support you'd like to send our way, that email address is also very helpful if you have any show suggestions or guest ideas in mind. Sandy Galactic is also someone well worth hitting up as far as bookings are concerned, in conjunction with the show. And her website, as always, is simply galacticfire.com. Liking, commenting, sharing, remembering to fire away, blast away at subscription and notification buttons. Really helpful to the work we do here, along with passing word along to friends, family, and co-workers. Half of everything that we do manage to generate goes directly back to the grassroots, very much in conjunction with the whole WWRHD, what would Robin Hood do, ethos and philosophy. So I think that about does it as far as an introduction is concerned. Before we, you managed to get a chance to see us here on camera, we have a little bit of more behind the scenes techno work that needs to be done. But while we're multitasking, let's welcome on board in co-host and commentator support, if we can find her there up on the crow's nest, Sonia Galactic. Let's see, we're tuning in right now to the crow's nest. It sounds a little, it is windy up there, I know. Sonia, did you manage to make it? How's it looking?
Yes, it's very windy up here. There's tons of crows and stuff, lightning going on everywhere, especially tonight. Okay, tonight. Okay,
right.
So, yeah.
You managed to
sneak a little flask of rum.
Of course.
Yeah, you got to have that.
I can fit a 6-pack in these babies. Okay, I'm just saying. I can't actually.
Yeah, captain is totally cool. Anytime someone is pulling crow's nest duty, that a little flask of rum is not a problem at all. You need something to help
take the edge off of
warm your bones.
Nippy winds. Yeah,
that's right. So, and as far as tonight's show is concerned, anything that you just like to share with us, and our listeners right from the get-go?
That we have an excellent, very interesting, and sometimes a little bit shocking guest. And he's been on your show many times, right?
Captain, like 3, I think, before, or maybe 4, maybe more.
Actually, no. This is only the second time as far as the feature get. Yeah,
okay.
It's been almost a year, as far as I can tell. Like having him in the feature guest capacity, but he has dropped in and connected with us at multiple occasions.
Yes.
With the news, the World Pirate Radio News production. 8 p.m. Yep. Do you know what is the time for that? Do you know that
it is 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
What day of the week? Tuesday night.
Every Tuesday.
11
yes, and then
on
Friday
the East Coast.
Show is yes, 11 on the East Coast. Yes.
Here in it's Tokyo Seoul time zone. It's Wednesdays and Saturdays 12 noon. So do take note of that, folks, if you're so inclined. Sure. But let's get to and galacticfire.com. You did help to actually put together the website that I just
absolutely
took a look at. It's looking in pretty fine form.
Yeah, terror@montauk.com. Just kind of very simple website for now. Who knows what'll happen? Maybe it'll get a lot more fancy, as time goes by. But because he needed somewhere, right, Christian? I mean, to have his book and to have all of everything about him, basically, and what he's doing with, his story, basically, which is true story of Stranger Things, for sure.
And we're actually up to, speaking of books, the audiobook version of things, page 72 right now. So,
yay!
It's looking good on that front. We are making progress,
which is awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
The clips that I've heard is very, very cool. You're such a great voiceover guy.
Sounds amazing. Yeah.
Oh boy, it's doing our best here. So glad that you're happy with what we're managing to provide. So let's get to the bio overview of Christian, for those of you who have not been hearing him, as he's been making the rounds here as of late a great deal via the underground digital podcast sphere. So Montauk MK-Ultra Survivor Christian Laterreur, after close to a year-long hiatus, he returns this week. The childhood subject, Camp Hero's top secret extreme conditioning and torture program, Christian remains one of the very few survivors. Now living in Western Canada, Chris, aka Duncan Cameron, has been pursuing a higher public profile, appearing as a special guest speaker with numerous podcasts, live streams, and media events. While stranger things have been known to happen, he's also hoping to continue promoting his recently released memoirs, The Montauk Boys, MK-Ultra's Wildest Experiment Known. Thanks once again to host of Angel Rock Productions, Laura Lee Potvin, for sending Chris down to Skullport Harbor. So Laura Lee, if you're out there listening, we owe you a big one. Well done. All right, and you're back, Chris. So thanks for taking the time, making the effort. You have been pretty busy with your interview schedule as of late, haven't you?
Yeah, non-stop pretty much, yeah.
Name a few of the shows.
That's a good thing, there's quite a few, like Ara, Boundless Authenticity podcast with Gian. Yeah, like
Boundless
I don't know.
authenticity.
Like you're asking me a good one of the names of the podcast, but yeah, like they're all on the for the most part on the website, so people can have a look at them and
Tara at Montauk.
yeah, they're at montauk.com.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's a lot of information on this, so hopefully, people will use this information and yeah, put it to good use.
Right. It's a lot. The version of events that you're providing is a lot
Authenticity.
different as well than what many heard and have come to regard as being the actual historical truth and reality as to the events that occurred at Camp Hero. A great deal, and this is coming through the likes of Al Bielek, the late Al Bielek, and Preston Nichols, who we were alluding to during the pre-show, the web tech audio end of things. It's the brief pre-show interview that we had. So, how exactly does your version of events differ? What are some of the big, just how are they distinct from one another? As far as, I mean, you're coming out saying that they were, they really were not presenting to the world the God's honest truth or an accurate version
Yeah,
of what took place.
yeah. It's they were they turned it to like a sci-fi. They added like don't get me wrong. There's a lot of stuff that is like real sci-fi, but like facts. But they added a lot of stuff, and they had no choice to release a story like this. You don't like it's hard to like release so like you have to modify and so like that's what they did to release it. But at some point the story got known everywhere, but like under all kinds of shape. But, at the end of the day, people are losing track of like the base of the story. It's based on like our torture, to me and my friends, a lot of kids that I didn't know either, that were there too, and now people don't think it's sci-fi and yeah, just trying to educate people because that was done by the military, by the government, by the cops, and yeah, at some point, Preston Nicole modified the story, added the USS Aldridge, found the guy that his real name was Duncan Cameron. Duncan Cameron, the origin of this is on our way to Montauk. We knew that we could be interrogated there and all, so they gave us other names to use there. So that's why Duncan Cameron. That's how I got this name.
Right, and that's the moniker that Al Bielek adopted for himself, was it not?
Well, yeah, they met this guy. They started saying that him and Duncan Cameron dropped off the USS Aldridge and yeah, a bunch of stories. But yeah, the real story is that we were kids. I was 8 in my case, and pretty much all around that age, up to probably 13 years old, and we were kept in cage, on underwear, being beaten, torture, traumatized, it was a bad place, like the kids, some of the kids died there, like,
Yeah.
so,
How many of the children whose parents signed them over, because I guess that's what happened, that the parents were sold on the idea of signing their children over to the government for this special program in return for, I'm not sure how many $1,000, but what percentage of the children that that were part of your program itself, or your portion of, because there's so many more, as you can imagine. Presumably there's so much more of this that occurs and endures even to this day on a lot wider scale than probably what most people have any idea. But well, I guess that aside, how many friends did you lose altogether, would you say?
well, the close ones, because like, we were like a group, but like, two of my friends that I lost like directly because of that place, like, this messed up their life. Another one like, is like, locked up in a psych ward, like he's, yeah, they messed him up real good. So like, um many other like, had like a hard life, and yeah, like died following that too, like, but um yeah, like, supposedly there were 1% of us that was making it out of alive of there. So, and we were thousands that went there. Like, my number is 6354, so like, like, 6,000, almost 6,500, like, like, but there were not only one place like that, but Montauk, I think, was the worst of all of them, like, and were the worst that I've seen.
Sonia, do you have anything? I'm going to get to some of the pictures, by the way, here, just in a few moments, what he has provided for us via the book that he's recently published, of course. So, but just anything off the top of your head, Sonia, you like to add?
Sure. Well, I have a list of stuff I kind of wanted to hit on. I guess for right now, I'm just kind of curious. Do you, or are you planning on, I know you were talking about maybe making a group, like a Facebook group or something like that, maybe even on your website or somewhere where you can like invite people to gather, I suppose, who have either interest in this or something, more personal involved with this type of thing. Do you have any, and I know I'm helping you do all this stuff, but I haven't really had a chance to talk to you about it. So I was just wondering what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, like for sure, like, because like I'd like to start a foundation, like, at some point, to help other survivors, like give them resource, and just try to help them, because a lot of them that are like messed up are probably messed up due to like, people that didn't really care for the last programmation, and the frame of thought and all, and like, like the hypnotic suggestions are probably not done properly, and so like to remove all this, and like just to
Okay, so
give them a
resources
bit of
for that.
support, because we all got left to ourselves, like, yeah,
Yep.
like, the one that didn't get killed, or so, yeah.
Well, while we're talking about that, I have another question that came up. I was kind of wondering, so if someone, is this like something that happens where,
Oh, our teams may have frozen up. Voice over internet protocol. Stand by, folks. Sonia, are you still there?
crap.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
we froze up on this end. So, but go ahead. You're asking about a
Okay.
support group,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
and
and so
$1. Let's not forget of the sale of each of the books uh, goes
Yeah,
toward exactly what you were talking about, the
yeah,
foundation
the
to support.
foundation to help, like, to give like a resource and all, and so yeah, like this is gonna help because there's many survivors that, like, a lot of people um have memories of that. It's not just like because they've been through a hard time and like memories are starting back. In my case, like everything was going well. Like in 2010, I had like a Jeep shop. Like I started selling franchise. I had the first franchise open. Like I had 6 opening that year. Uh, um, yeah, like my business was worth around 15 million, like with all the inventory and all. And yeah, I was a busy guy. Like, but at some point, flashbacks started. Like, memories out of nowhere. Like, and that memories that weren't fitting with like my everyday life. So I had to kind of mismatch this, and it was getting overwhelming. So at some point, I went through regression hypnosis because, like, yeah, the the weight of all this. Am I jammed? No.
No, we hear you clearly. Go
Eh,
keep
Yeah.
that's keep going.
So yeah, like with the regression hypnosis, like I confirmed a bunch of stuff, and I got my the blockage and like the hypnotic suggestions removed. So that changed my life from that point, and yeah, like I'm trying to bring others to like get through this because like
Hmm.
after you, it's nice to remember like
Right.
not live in a kind of a fake world because for sure it's a shock when you wake up to all this, okay? Because you realize that you've lived the lie all your life, like like from a young age, like you've been lied to and by the people you love, so it's a lot to process, but at the same time it needs to be done. So
So we were talking. We referenced Anton Mesmer, I believe was his name. Maybe you can look him up as well, Sonia, while we're doing this. Anton, not LaVey, but Anton Mesmer. Maybe that's where LaVey actually got his name. Who's really to say? Is it just a coincidence? But and Michael Aquino at the Temple of Set. LaVey being the founder of the modern day satanic movement. I don't think there really ever was a Church of Satan per se until he launched it in the mid '60s. But Kino broke away from him, founded his own Temple of Set, as it was known, and but hypnosis and the power of the mind, and as you say, being able to I mean, I'm no expert in the area, but alters and triggers was one of the things that I definitely wanted to bounce off of you. Alters and triggers, and the way that it seems alters can be triggered through
yeah.
certain keywords, I guess, or like NLP suggestion. Is that right?
Yeah, and like through like a series of words, like through ultra low frequency sounds.
Oh,
Uh,
Wi-Fi.
that's well, yeah, like at some point, like yeah, they can probably reproduce those ultra low frequency with the Wi-Fi. Us in the time, it wasn't. It was like a device that they trained us with, and
That's right.
yeah. So they got us used to a certain frequency, and like
Uh-huh.
as soon as this sounds, we kind of fall on neutral and take orders.
Right. Uh, fall into line because essentially you were being conditioned to become super soldiers, were you not? Yeah.
Yeah, like
Right.
that was the goal. Like, but at some point, like super soldiers, like if there's a 100 that makes it, like, is it worth it? Like, oh, like, yeah,
Yeah. Well, testing the limits of human, you know, I guess, capability. What the with torture and just the extremes. What yeah, even at that young age, children are able to withstand. And then at some point, I guess there occurs uh, a splitting of the psyche. So, and now I, one of the things I just actually thought of, because physical abuse, and torture, psychological as well, so much with the acid, the LSD, and I'm not sure what other drugs may have been a part of the program. But was there any sexual abuse that you can remember?
yeah. Like I went through like I got abused at some point when I was a kid. So I think like pretty much everybody that got in the project, like I think those abuse were organized. Like, so
Uh,
yeah,
uh, and so without necessarily having to get too graphic, we're one of the things that is, I think, very, when it comes to the splitting of a person's psyche, sodomy, ritual sodomy, that's where the word,
yeah. Oh,
I
I
guess,
don't remember that, but
no.
yeah,
Okay, because what that does apparently, so I've heard, is it releases a powerful Shakti energy. I heard this from Robert Morningstar, actually, just a few months ago. It came up in conversation. I think that's the term that he used, the Shakti energy. With the way the chakra system operates there at the base of the spine, it really, you know, uh, it can have a powerful effect. Now, not that all people, you don't need, in hypnotizing people, don't need to go that far, but you, the program that you're a part of, it seems everything, what do you say, all cards are on the table, or is it sort of like anything goes? Just all in the name of science, too, I guess, right? Uh, was that not part of how your parents were sold? At least patriotism and, wasn't
yeah.
science something you were
And
constantly reminded of?
talking about it, like you were talking about like that portal that um, the Freemason have this like as a like one of the initiation, like I think the 33rd degree, like to like the portal is like sodomize a kid. So yeah,
So hang on. You're saying that for the 33rd degree
yeah, I
of
think it's
Freemason,
33rd degree. Yeah.
is it necessary to do that for
Uh,
all of them?
I don't, I don't know. I don't know if it's necessary, but like uh 31st degree and up, like the game starts to be like hardcore, and pedophilia is like one of the kind of tests or
The prereq,
initiation can,
yeah, the
yeah.
requirements. And it's at that point, obviously, then that they're compromised. They're totally compromised, and
Oh yeah.
you know, they have no power because they're just working for somebody else. Really, I guess, that's terrible. But, people will do anything, I suppose, to, in exchange for worldly power. It's very appealing to some. There's no doubt. Worldly power, fame, riches, you name it. So, uh,
Yeah.
but well, let's see. I'm not. We don't have the comments section up right now, but I'll tell you one thing we could do. Maybe you could check out the comments while we're multitasking here. Oh, good. This is on the screen. Excellent. We have a lot of pictures. A lot of pictures that you've. I'll minimize this a little bit, and you can comment if as well if you're so inclined. Christian. So there's the cover to your book, obviously. The Montauk Boys. What I just refer to as the Montauk. It's quite a title, but the Montauk Boys, MK-Ultra's Wildest Known Experiment, or MK-Ultra's Wildest Experiment Known. Both work quite well. It's a great cover, though. It's just Sonia, did you put that together for him as well?
Yeah, we did this together.
I did.
Yeah, it's really.
Yes, with his direction, I made it exactly how he wanted it. Yeah, absolutely.
What was this satellite dish here, or what is it exactly that we're looking at there? And let's not forget, there is so much that's taking place underground. It's occulted, folks. It's hidden. It's hidden from plain view. This is, keep in mind, Aleister Crowley's most favorite, as he stated for the record, it's how the story goes, his most favorite place in the world, where I guess there's a Montauk Point. He performed some ritual magic back, oh gosh, just prior to World War One. I'm just trying to, you can look that up if you want, Sonia, or people that they're listing, obviously. So, who knows what's speaking of portals and the like. But I'm not sure. We'd like to talk about. There's Steve Thompson, Eric Penontier Plante. Yeah. Jacques Plante. He was a famous goalie, I think, for the Maple Leafs. Could very well be the same family. Interesting.
Maybe related. There's a lot of Plante, like in Quebec.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Allen Memorial Hospital. Mm-hmm. You and Ann Diamond as well, too. Let's not forget, along with many others.
Yeah.
So, just as a sort of refresher, how is it? Because we interviewed Ann a couple of months ago regarding her story as it occurred in relation to places like the Allen Memorial Hospital and the university in Montreal. Starts with an M, doesn't it? What was the famous Montreal University?
McGill.
Yes, McGill, exactly. So and Allen Memorial is located inside of McGill University, is it not?
Yeah, well, it's like on the Mont Royal. It's the same place, like
Mont Royal. That's where Trudeau used to live. I think that's where Cohen lived for a while too. Did he not?
Yeah, I think he was living around that area. Yeah.
All the rich people.
So, yeah.
That's right.
So, it's a nice place. Like, yeah, that place, the Allen Memorial. That's how I met Anne, like through the action class.
Oh yeah. Let's hear about that a little bit then. The action class.
Yeah, the action class is like, because like the years they're going against like Dr. Cameron's patient, but like they're not going yet on my years. I'm trying to get this like included in this in the action class, because like in my years there were a bunch of kids that were going there too. So yeah, we just have to like find time to organize all this, and like that more people come out. So, but yeah, it's starting to.
And well, first of all, I guess there were your programming. I guess how is it that they managed to hypnotize or condition people so that they have no memory of any of the trauma? Is it because that the of the bipolar nature to the brain itself, the way that things can be hidden in one place and then later retained or managed to
They
resurface?
compartmentalize it, like like through those alters, like because like they create trauma, like the body to cope with the trauma, dissociates and generates an alter. They take this alter, they program it, they train it, and after they put it back inside you and make you forget with the help of it knows. And also electroshocks in some case, depending of because the regular memory erase are with the hypnose, but sometimes they take the electroshock if they want to do a big job. So yeah, and the big job is not cool.
You're friends with Brian Minnick, someone who
Yeah.
Coley Weber
Yeah.
had on her show just a couple of weeks ago. So how do you know Brian?
He knows Montauk, he went there so many times, explored the place. He has amazing footage online, and yeah, good guy too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really a powerful interview that he provided and helped put together. Christopher Galantino, who was
Yeah.
mostly known for the Montauk Chronicles. So
Yeah.
let's hear about this chair then. So many people are quite intrigued by the chair. What was you were the last person to sit in it, I guess,
Yeah.
as these portals were being opened,
Yeah.
interdimensional portals, I guess.
Yeah. And the chair was really intriguing, the technology of it. Um, and also the portal that they were installing in front of us, on the chair, it gave the effect of pulling you through the portal. So you were kind of looking at it and without having to focus too hard or mid state for a while. It was almost instant. Once you were looking at it, the effect was you were going right away through out of body experience, kind of. Yeah.
But
Was
there was some form of actual entity that emerged for everyone to see, and that suddenly was running amok and terrorizing the regions of
Yeah, the
Camp Hero.
tunnels,
Yeah.
yeah, in the basement of the tower, they destroy a bunch of stuff in the tower. Yeah, that's true. There's a portal of light that open, and yeah, they were just like coming out one at a time, and yeah,
Well, there's more than one.
yeah, there's 6 total that came out.
This is something like what CERN has. I've heard regarding CERN, what's been taking place in Switzerland,
Yeah,
and they've been having. There's a lot more than going on there than what most people have any idea. It would
same
seem.
owners of the Montauk Bays, Camp Hero, was the same owner as CERN.
You're kidding. And
So
who is that? Who are we talking about?
the same as the same people that own CERN own used to own Camp Hero in those years. So the portals and all, and that's all related to.
But who is this though exactly? Who is it? A government? Is it the military?
I think it's private.
Private?
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
wealthy private entities. And it's a little off topic here, but you remember there was that UFO cult. Oh gosh, Heaven's Gate, I guess, the suicide cult. Uh, and then right around that time, it seems there was the another suicide cult in Quebec. Do you remember their name and what motivated them either to commit suicide or were they killed? They seem to have a high level Freemasonic type character to what they were practicing, what they were all about. You have any idea who I'm alluding to, or completely?
Well, yeah, like the Masonic, there were
Knights
like
of the Circle or Knights of the Sun, something like that.
sure,
The
like the
Circle
Solar Temple.
Soul the Night, is it just called the Solar Temple
Yeah,
out of Quebec?
yeah.
And you'd imagine they have. I wonder if they're located only there, or if they have
The
cells.
OTS, Order of the Solar Temple. So
Okay, okay. What happened
yeah.
exactly? Are you able to talk about that? Do you know much, or?
Well, they like that's called like I know we were like going to their first building, and like they were doing ritual there. We had like Anton Levy that came there, like Aquino and all, and like they started to like do some ritual there, like because they were obelisk tower, and like I remember, like at some point I had to stand in the obelisk tower and I wait there, and like they were just like doing this ritual, and yeah, like so yeah, that was a place for ritual that they were using, and uh, yeah.
Were they abusing you at that particular time, or just getting you to stand in a certain
Well,
location?
well, no, that place, no, like I didn't get abused there, like it was other places, but yeah, like there were like pretty crazy stuff that was happening. That's the OTS. Like a few years after, like there were like I think 70 murders, like in the cult, like in Quebec and Switzerland and Europe and other place, like
All at the same time.
70% that like yeah, like a mass like killing and a mass
Oui, en même
uh
temps.
yeah, there were like some families got killed and all, like like yeah, quite a story, like
It did come out. It hit the media, but it also seemed as if there wasn't, like, they didn't really want to investigate too deeply.
yeah, well, there's still, I think there's a documentary on this, like on
Hmm.
the OTS, but yeah, it's the story is pretty cruel. They were like looking for a kid or something like that, and like they killed some families, like yeah, like Rosicrucian cult, like at the base, I think, and yeah,
Jeez, that's crazy. So, l'Ordre Temple du Soleil, en français, is that how
yeah,
you say it in French? I guess. Uh,
Loudstown Solar, yeah.
yeah. So, quite something. Uh, what? Oh, I know what I was going to do. We had the pictures here, so this portion we're finally on camera here too. Thank
Oh my gosh.
God. So, but what we want to do here actually is bring the photos up. Maybe you can narrate for the next few minutes. And do we have any comments coming our way via the Peanut
Uh,
Gallery?
just a couple, like F the New World Order.
Yeah, that's the tower that you were like on the picture that you were
Right.
talking about
Yeah.
earlier.
Uh-huh,
Hmm.
yeah.
And
Cool.
that's the radar tower at Campiro. And this was like a military like a device to like supposedly to like receive like a signal from boats and like planes, but like I think it was like more at some point like used for human experiment. So
Yeah, didn't it
like
amplify your psychic abilities or what when they
yeah,
had you in
there
the
were a
chair kind of
few
thing?
devices there, like a computer on us, and like there were a bunch of stuff that was making that it was amplifying our yeah. So
Yeah,
it
so
was like a weird setup, like that place, and like as much as like the building was like old, but like it was like all functional and all in their like thing. But that day, like when the monsters and all, like it really like demolished like part of the base inside, and so yeah, killed staff and all. They had to kind of like emergency abandon the place, and like they sealed everything, and yeah.
Welcome to Amosdale 777 and
Frankie.
Fabkey Morris. I thought
It's Frankie.
yeah.
He
What
spelled it. That's my son. He
is
spelled it different.
is he dyslexic or what are we? What are we
No,
looking at?
he's trying to be incognito.
He's trying to be and his mom outs him. Way to go, mom.
I know, right? Oh,
Yeah.
you couldn't figure that out. Fabkey Morris. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. David Wilkes. David, no relation to
No,
what was it? Who is
Willis.
the
Willis.
Lincoln assassin?
Oh, okay. The
John Wilkes Booth?
Yeah.
Wilkes. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Wilkes.
Yes.
I'm kind of a little facetious there. Whoops. Because you know, I think there's a pretty good chance that he probably is related, truth be told. You know, it's a
Oh,
small world, as the
right.
saying goes. So, and I'm not sure what we got happening over on Beam. A lot of lurkers, of course, as is typically the case. Do log in, folks. Don't be shy. Comments, thoughts, questions, criticisms, digital love and support, always appreciated, along with PayPal, Pyro1Radio at protonmail.com. It's our email address. It's also how you can support the show by sending guests our way or suggesting show ideas. So there we go. Now we only got a few more minutes. There's the chair right popping up, or not. It's a version, a rendition of the chair.
Yeah.
That's not from Stranger Things, is it?
No. The chair wasn't like that. It was like a bit like a long chair, like the main one, and like it was in stainless, like a bit like a medical table that was folding, kind of.
There's an old pillbox. I think that's a pillbox type
Yeah.
bunker that
Yeah.
was set up and used part like World War II coastal defenses against the the Axis forces, Germany. I don't know if Japan would be out there on the East Coast necessarily. Probably not. They're more of a Pacific threat. Just briefly then, what is it? This is a picture of you. Which one are you here? The future champions.
I think I'm like
Future champion.
the lower one on the left, like taller. Yeah.
This fellow
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
That's
I think
you.
that's it. I think, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So all these kids basically were part of the program. Basically, is what we're.
Yeah, more like probably most of them, like because like we were all financed those sports and all by the by the
CIA.
CIA. Like yeah, like
Says right here.
anything we wanted to do, like yeah, they were.
What sort of activities would you and this is quite public and above board, so they're trying to offer a sense of transparency and openness, not telling the public, of course, the fuller story, what's actually taking place. But
That's part of the nice face they were showing to the parents. Look at the sports, and like those nice points. Yeah.
Right.
Like I did like karate. I did like this was I think gymnastic at that time.
That's right.
What else?
There's some
Like,
martial arts, taekwondo. Looks
y-
like you and
yeah, and like I did a few things actually. Like when I was few sports, a lot of ski alpine. This is like almost every weekend, like wintertime.
okay. What is this
Right.
with you in the life jacket?
Oh, I don't know. That's one of the rare picture I got back from when I was a kid. Like, cause like most of the pictures I had of me like got erased or
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Were you on a boating trip?
That's probably camping, I think.
Camping.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Did you have any brothers or sisters growing up?
Nope.
You were
No.
an only child.
Yeah,
Know how that
Uh,
is.
yeah.
yeah.
Director of Training and Leader Development, Advanced CBRNE Training Team. Can you tell us more about these logos?
Yeah, like that's part of like the chemical corp kind of thing. Like those tests that they were doing, like sample chemical corp, like did the X-ray day, like
X-ray day.
yeah, like I had a radiation day done at the Jew Hospital in Montreal.
The Jew Hospital.
Yeah,
What? Excuse, like
like Shriners.
JEW? Oh, the
Yeah,
Shriners.
yeah.
What?
They call it the Hôpital Juif de Montreal, like
So,
Jew.
right. So it is the Jew. That's the name, Jewish Jewish. But
Yeah,
it's the Shriners, which
yeah,
is interesting because a lot of people aren't aware. And Shriners are what, 33rd degree Masons, 32nd
yeah.
degree,
Yeah, that's
right?
like another branch of the Freemasonry. So
Then they get another level. Yeah. Then they get to wear
yeah,
those cute little hats, the fez caps with the Islamic scimitar and crescent moon, I believe, is the two
yeah.
symbols for those with eyes to see. Think about that, folks. What's really
Hmm.
going on? Look at where we are now with this endless order out of chaos, open borders.
Yeah.
In particular, the apocalypse unleashed upon us. But the cute little fez caps and the clown cars. Got to have the clown cars, isn't it? Isn't it just hilarious, right? Those little clown cars, and they do so much good work for the children, right?
Yeah, they had the
Yeah.
circus, didn't they? The Shriner
Sure.
Circus that
Oh
came
yeah.
through when I was a kid. I remember going to that.
Now Canada. In fact, they've even got a carny running the show, a genuine bona fide carny running the whole clown world
Clown
Canadian
World. Hmm.
government show.
Yep.
Yeah. So okay, well there's a few of the pictures, and we're running out of time here before they cut us off with the first segment. Uh,
That's
mhm,
yeah, that's my house that I was that I lived in during that project.
mhm.
Yeah, like yeah, that's a souvenir. Like looking at this like that.
Oh, did
Yeah,
you?
my dad is one of his guitars. And my
Oh,
dad like used to play a lot of electric guitar.
Are you a musician of any sort yourself?
Yeah, I play a bit of guitar too.
Really?
Yeah,
I'd like to
yeah,
hear that sometime. Now,
yeah.
I hope they didn't have you raise these dogs and then kill them.
No, no. But
That's
like that's
that's the
stuff that they were doing. Like like sample at some point they gave us a kitten and like we all had to go back in the school, but like they gave and like one of the guy just came and like walked on it in front of us, like just and like we had to like finish it, and like we were all sad, like yeah,
The
that's
guy,
the
he was
kind of
yelling. Was he
stuff.
yelling at you, or what did he say? Like, finish, step on it, kill the
No,
cat.
just like because like he was like all like freaking out, like he had the back broken kind of thing, so like
Oh,
oh come on, like finish it, and like we were all like super young, like that was the kind of like
trauma.
we liked the kid,
Yeah,
and
of
that
course.
was just a
Well,
trauma to
well,
like
yeah. Who wants to kill
so
a cat, even as an adult? Who wants to? Who?
yeah,
What?
like
Really?
especially that like we were all like, can I have it a bit, and can I have it a bit, and like and like yeah, so
Here, you can have it. Smash.
crack. So yeah,
Oh, jeez, I tell you. So yeah.
that's stuff like that, like.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
you
that.
see me that size, that's during the project,
Mm.
so with my little blue coat and all, like that's the beginning,
Uh,
kind of.
And that's a technique, though. Just going back to the kitten, that raising an animal like that, having it close and developing these bonds of affection and love and protection, and then totally flipping out and doing the worst thing possible to it is an ancient age old technique within the military. I don't know if it's special forces exclusively or not, but I think that may go back to as far as Sparta, if I'm not mistaken. They have you raise an animal like that and then murder it. So it's just it's quite horrific. Uh,
Can't
yeah,
cut our feelings like towards anything,
other people too, friends, family, just
yeah,
kill
well,
them.
yeah, yeah, because
Just
that
betrayal.
that too was happening. So
Yeah. So how many years were you in the program? Just briefly here before we get cut off. How
well,
many years?
I like the Monarch formation, like the main formation before we had our CIA asset card and like our papers, our insurance and all. This lasted 6 years at the CIA school. And like it was probably half of the school was like CIA training, the other half like was a school, regular school.
There's you as a young kid, probably no more than 9, 10
Yeah,
at the most in military fatigue. So were you holding a little gun there or like a toy gun?
yeah, and like you look at my face, like if you zoom it, like you see the like
Pretty serious.
I'm kind of like my face is like
Don't
I'm
mess
not
with me.
the happiest that day or something because yeah.
You're pretty serious looking there, definitely ready for action. So I'm not sure what the duck is all about on the right hand side. If that doesn't even look like you, maybe it's your mom or something. So
Well, yeah, I think that's a I don't know. That's
oh,
another Halloween. Yeah, those are little pictures that I got.
cute kid. That's you. That's very cute. So and here's you as a ninja, I guess, or
Uh,
something. That's your dad?
yeah, yeah.
What is this? What the heck are you doing? It looks like you're shoving
Oh,
something
that's a
into
ninja suit. Like
Yeah.
that's a real ninja suit that he ordered from the States. Yeah,
Wow.
so
Pretty
that
crazy.
was cool.
Because you
Uh,
were pretty dedicated to the martial arts at that time. Once again.
yeah, I loved it. Yeah, yeah. I was always like I had no brothers, no sisters, so I was kind of focusing on those things, like those little sports and stuff. So yeah,
So it was your mom's decision mostly, and her face is covered up here. I guess
yeah.
for she asked you to do that, or you felt that was the proper
Well,
thing to do. She signed you over
yeah,
though. Is that right? It was her
yeah,
decision, and then
yeah.
your father.
But it wasn't I don't think it was like a mean choice or she got misled. Most of the kid that got like given to that project, like it wasn't what they were saying. Like it was so.
The,
And
the,
but they were making sure that like we like the parent couldn't ask us question and that we couldn't ask them or talk about stuff to them. Like they were implanting the doubt, like if you get caught, like you're
okay, there we go. I think we just lost our Teams connection, formerly known as Skype. It's a new way that they've got things set up here. I think what we're looking at, though, however, is it's an underground map outlining what can be found in the lower realms and reaches of the Camp Hero location. It's pretty wild. So we'll call uh, we'll call them back up here and see if we can get them on board with us. Once more, of course. So, in case you're wondering, you are listening to episode number 355, Pirate Radio Podcast. I myself, your host, as always, the Robin Hood's Chief Communications Officer, Jaffe Ryder. This week, it's Montauk MK-Ultra Survivor Christian Laterreur, and with a primary focus on the Montauk Boys, this memoirs essentially that he's put together here regarding MK-Ultra's Wildest Experiment Known. So available for it's a little less than $20. So heck of a deal. $1 with the purchase of each book going to the survivors. If I'm not sure how many can even be found. So we'll get Christian's version of events here shortly. And I think people are listening during the first part of the show. Not too many managed to survive the torture, of course, and the extreme tests and conditions that they were made to endure. So we got you back here, and I think the second part of what we have in place could potentially last as much as an hour or so, and then I guess we'll call it a night. If you have to go before then, Christian, do let us know. Feel free. But yeah, what we're looking at here, this is courtesy of Brian Minnick. I think I pronounced his surname correctly, but what we're looking at here seems to be apparently the underground levels, the blueprints to Camp Hero. How did he manage to get his hands on these?
Yeah, a lot of research. He has a lot of connection around like people that were working there and all. And yeah, like through the years, like it's been years he's doing this, like researching on the place. And yeah, like
powder room. What the hell? Like a powder room is like a bathroom, isn't it? What do you mean powder? It's women have got to head off to the powder smell room. Come on, what is this?
I don't see it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we don't have the. We have to provide you with the share function once again here.
Yes.
So stand by. Just a little technical confusion at the moment. Let's see if we can. Oh gosh. No, I'm not going to do it this way. They had a survey the other day, actually. Open a new window. That might work. This, fingers crossed, managed to. No, I don't know if it will or not. Well, we can still hear you, so just carry on.
I have a question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go here for a few here. So I'm curious, Christian. What do you have to say about handlers? Because I know that you mentioned that many times in your book, and for somebody who doesn't know anything about that, is that so does that mean that this person works for some particular organization or something, and they kind of have a mission to do in your life, like a certain job kind of thing? Is that how that works?
Yeah, like in my case, like it's funny because I was talking about this on another show last week, and like I was asked like,
jeez, there we go again.
But like, I gotta say, like
Christian,
my cup handler.
Christian, can you hear me? I'm sorry to jump in. We got cut off again. You were talking about the show that you were on last week, and that's the last we heard. Can you just back up and let us hear that one more time, if you would?
Yeah, like I was talking about like handlers, like one of the on the one of the show saying that there were two kinds of handlers, like the ones that were like insane and the one that were really crazy, so
no
but
good cop, bad cop. They're just it's like really
yeah,
bad and then even worse, I guess.
yeah,
Mm,
but like at some point my handler was still like I gotta admit that my handler was nice with me for the most part of my like my cup handler. He was really like nice with me, like for the long of the project till he killed me. But yeah, he was super nice before killing me. So yeah,
What do you mean killing you?
yeah. So
What do you mean killing you? You're still with us. You're not dead yet.
no, but I got reanimated like in 2010, like when I got killed and I got reanimated. So yeah, like
Wait a minute.
before 2010.
Excuse me. You were flatlining.
Yeah, like yeah.
Well, let's hear about this then. The context.
Yeah, like I was flatlining a few times. Like they strangled me and like injected me at the same time with I think it's adrenaline or something like that to like make me. And yeah, there's a in a closed section of the hospital.
Oh, this
And
is when you were in the psychiatric hospital.
no, 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 no. I was at the regular hospital, like in a regular hospital in the ER, and like there were a section of the ER that wasn't under construction and all, and like they brought me in the kind of the last room, where there were construction and all, and like I was fighting with them, and like at some point there's a nurse that came in and like, hey, what are you all doing here? So like they all left, but like and she kind of reanimated me because I faded out, and like
Wow.
um yeah, she got killed not too long after, a few weeks after. So
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
The nurse ended up
I'm not
dying.
kidding.
And
Uh,
this is all in Quebec as well too, from the sounds of things. Is that
Yeah,
right? So this is one
yeah,
reason that you decided to move to Alberta, relocate,
yeah.
right?
Because like when she got killed, I was in prison, like in maximum security, because like uh, they they found a way to get me locked up, and yeah, like I was locked up, and I see this in the newspaper, like because one of the inmate knew a bit my story, and like because I couldn't read at that point, because I don't know how long I was dead for, but like my eyes took a bad shot that day, and as soon as I tried to talk, like I jam a lot since that. So yeah, yeah, I don't know how long I was dead, but yeah, they had to reanimate me a few times overnight because I kept on dying. So
That's incredible. And did you have
drugs in my system that I never took. So
right?
like they gave me some stuff and probably to
So why were you in the
yeah,
hospital in the first place?
because of the people like got at one place, and yeah, like they were surrounding, like I explain all this in the book, like because
Right.
that's like that's gonna be long to explain, like
Just briefly. And
well
then if
yeah, like
people want a clearer, fuller picture, of course, they can purchase the
yeah,
book for less than $20, and that's a great deal, of
yeah,
course. $1 going towards the charity, so support group of survivors of MK Ultra. So,
yeah.
what happened though to get you? See, I'm a little confused with the psychiatric hospital and then the attack in the
No, I
hospital.
woke up at the psychiatric hospital after like being uh, killed and like reanimated and all. Like when I woke up, I was at the hospital psychiatric, but like uh, I was there for like the time to wake up, and after the nurse asked me what happened, I told her like is it confidential, like professional. So she says yes, and I told her like, yeah, there's a cop that injected me, and like somebody, it's impossible. So like I just like move my hospital gown and show her like where I got like the needle mark, uh, where he injected me. So like her face change of color, and she said, you don't need to be here, and she signed my release right away.
And then she died under
No, not her that died. Like the other one that saved me, because that was like at the hospital, that psychiatric hospital when I woke up.
Okay, and this is all clearly, this is all clearly laid out for people in your book, the
Yeah.
Montauk, Survivor. What you've recently put together. It runs a total of not quite 300 pages, but yeah, as we previewed there earlier, a lot of great quality pictures. Of course, I'm not sure if you want to share anything more visual standpoint. Just quite a teaser already. So, any more comments coming our way via the Peanut Gallery, Sonia, or just people pretty much all ears?
All ears kind of thing at the moment.
Okay,
So
right.
it looks.
And I'm having trouble,
Yep.
just to let folks know, every time it seems I want to get myself on camera here, things freeze up and it just wants to shut down. So we're just going to leave that to the side for now and try to carry on regardless.
I have another question for Christian.
Fire away.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Well, we were talking earlier about handlers, and I just kind of wanted to kind of wrap that up or finish it up a little bit. I was curious as to what are some ways, and there's a lot more questions I have, but on this particular interview, we probably don't have that much time to go into it. But
no, keep going.
I was curious about how a person could tell if there's a handler in their life.
Good question.
Because apparently that can happen. So I'm
they
curious as to
kind of they kind of trigger your emotion, your state of like feeling, and like in my case, the handlers were training me, like all kinds of stuff.
Right.
So,
Yours is kind of definitely special case, but well, because I'm getting the idea that it doesn't, obviously there's handlers in all types of different quote unquote projects and things like that, or
yeah.
even to me it seems like even just in, if it's not even involved with an actual project, maybe if it's like something gets near there, they maybe send in someone to kind of push that person away from even investigating further in that direction or whatever the thing is. So what I'm thinking is maybe there's a lot of unsuspecting, just regular people that never had any type of things that you went through or were involved so deeply in such things, or even involved at all, that they might find some people coming around them that are like trying to maybe get them to do things in a certain way or kind of persuade them.
Choose your friends carefully, Sonia.
Sure,
Really.
absolutely.
And psychic
Absolutely.
vampires, like we all know, we've had this experience where you either come away from conversations or encounters with people where you feel refreshed and your energy is up, or
Right.
you feel drained or just
Psychic
kind of
vampirism,
right.
though, that's a little bit different because they're unconscious and they do that. People do that unconsciously. I'm talking about someone who's consciously trying to persuade another person,
Yeah, because a handler is like this is a constant work. Like they have like certain like direction to guide you, or like like
and they get paid for this sort of thing, right?
triggers.
Well, yeah, like
triggers and
we have a
alters.
manual for each of us, like that made it out. Have a manual like for like everything that we like, we don't like. Like they really like we're like kind of military weapon or something like that. Like and like that's the manual they have. Like for each of us, they have a manual. So because
Basically,
like no one has the same codes, or like because like that way they avoid the.
They've got people like yourself, super soldiers or graduates, one of the program, the ones who survived, doing all their dirty work. really,
Yeah,
doing all their dirty work. But triggers and
yeah.
alters, I would say, handlers, are they not, like you say, they have a manual, so they know
They trigger
you
your
in,
alters.
yeah, they know you inside and out. Then, correct?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Great answer. Thank you.
so you got the handlers, and then what the super soldier type characters or others, that maybe the monarch, sex slave, operatives, they would be referred to as subjects, or what? Actors, puppets.
Um,
What's a
yeah.
common term for
Well,
the
their assets, like
victims?
like if like
Okay,
a monarch as like
right,
better programming,
right,
like simple like is using like sex for X or X reason to like get like information
right.
or create something or like.
Blackmail.
Depending what's the use of the but like yeah, that's just a tool that they gave to most of the monarch. Like it's I think because like that's like a trauma, and at the same time it's a tool for later. So like I think everyone goes through this. Like that's in the program.
Goes through what exactly?
To like the better programming, sexual like pleasing and blah blah blah. Like just to be like to have this as a tool to use later. Like because
Mm.
they're giving us like a bunch of tools that they're training us like and putting in our alters and stuff like that. But like that's a main like regular training that like and use as a trauma too. So
So even the males,
Yep.
then you're saying, would be
oh yeah,
trained to use sex
yeah,
as a tool or device or weapon if needed.
yeah.
Hmm.
Not as much as like like those presidential model and stuff like that, because those are really just focused a bit like that, like for that use. But like us, it's more like a bit of everything. Like like the bit of programming is more to gather like information and like please and like because like most of the time they're used as like for that task. Like they make
Right.
money with this.
And ideally, they want to come out of that without anyone suspecting anything, I'm sure.
Uh,
Right. They don't want to be found out as having directed the situation kind of thing. That's probably the goal, I would think, as a
yeah,
successful handling kind of thing.
yeah.
Mhm.
Operative, yeah,
Yeah.
infiltrator. Hmm.
I have another question. It has to do with MK Often. I recently heard about that, and I'm not sure exactly what that is. Can you tell us anything about that?
MK often.
That's pretty much like those documents that have been released, like MK often. It's pretty much exactly what I did, like with the satanic people, like the witches, and like like all the occult societies, and like the Germans, like the CIA. Like it's a mix of all this, like, and that was like supposedly the worst of the worst MK Ultra, like, because entities and like like a lot
Oh,
of
so
the
that's a more like a more interdimensional type of section
yeah
of the
that
whole thing.
exorcist and stuff like that, and that's probably why I got this exorcist too. So like
Mm,
when you
wow.
add up everything, so yeah.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
there's not many of MK often like still alive,
Okay, so
Montauk Boys are rare, but like the MK oftens are like yeah.
with the whole thing they did with the astral type of training and stuff, does that have to do more with the MK Often stuff, maybe?
I think
Because
it's
it's
all
more
like
spiritual kind of thing.
yeah, depending of like
Okay.
which subject was like attitude for this. So like they were taking a few subjects, doing like a sub project and like doing kind of pushing
Okay.
towards certain fields or
Hmm.
certain program more than others. And
Okay.
yeah,
Interesting.
um,
Now, I'm
Thank
not
you.
clear. What is the distinction between MK Ultra and MK Often? By the way, for those of you out there listening who are not aware, supposedly the MK stands for mind control, if I'm not mistaken. But what is the distinction between the two,
Well,
Christian?
mine like MK Ultra is like everybody heard about, like, you know, like the MK Ultra regular, like but like the MK often is with the satanists, like the occultists added to all this, you know, like to really like weaponize, like you know, those entities, and yeah, use like explore different like different dimensions, and like yeah, like old gods, and like the old ritual, the old magic. So it's a mix of all this with MK Ultra. So that's MK often. That's like, there's a bunch of documents that just got released like not too long ago about this, and that's really what I was doing. Like exactly what I was doing.
This is incredible because this is the first I've ever heard of MK often. So, uh, what I'm thinking of immediately is just the war on consciousness as it affects all of us, not just people who are recruited into the super soldier or monarch, sex slave programs. But I think, as Sonia was alluding to earlier, like television, the internet, let's not forget that. There's so much that, I mean, you could argue that George Orwell talked about how all art is propaganda, and he probably knew what he was getting at. It's a very concise statement and claim. All art is propaganda. 4 words.
Only if you view it in a way to like abuse someone with it, or to use it against someone. Otherwise, art is not propaganda. I mean, it's just art. Come on. As an artist, this is how I felt. So
Hey Sonia, I sent you a video that you could probably share.
okay.
And I give a bit an idea, like to people, like about MK often.
No.
Okay.
Could we play that? Could we play that now? How long is it?
Yeah, I could put it up on
a minute.
screen share. Just give me a second here.
I think that'll work. If people out there listening, they might not get the audio though. Is the
audio should work. I'm pretty sure I've got it down how to do it. We can try it and see what happens.
Yeah. We'll be able to hear it through your end, I could guess. But I'm just saying that from because we got the OBS running on this end.
Well, if it comes through Teams, then I'm sure it'll pick it up for your end, right?
Hopefully, yeah. Let's give it a shot.
It should come through Teams, hopefully.
People out there listening, let us know. So David Wilkes saying both Shriners and my grandmother, High Priestess of Daughters of the Nile. That's interesting. Anyone ever heard of that? The Daughters of the Nile? There are female Freemasons. That is
I haven't.
True. No. So, Grandpa.
Sounds pretty spooky.
JFK and Patton. Are you ready to go?
Let me make sure I've turned up. Okay, I've got to turn my mic off into something else, because then you I don't know if you'll be able to hear it or not.
And by the way,
let's try. Tell me if you can hear it.
Hang on before you just no. Before you do that though, Infinite Reality asking, what did I miss? Do you know who is this Infinite Reality character and person now? Is that a friend of yours, Sonia?
No, no.
Oh, someone who's
but how about if I do this, Jeff? Since you're the master over here, how about if I just send you this video, or put it in chat here?
Yeah, that would work most definitely.
I will do that then. Yeah, and then I'll let you be the master of things.
Well, master of my universe.
Of course, aren't we all masters of our own universes, kind of thing? So there you go. Check that out.
Okay. Now, so you did try streaming it through your end, and there was
I'd have to jack with my mic and all that kind of stuff, and
I see.
I don't want to do that during the show. So
what is going on? So you just shared this link here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, did I do the right one?
I don't think you did.
I didn't.
No.
Apparently, I did it.
No,
okay.
That's the live streaming link for the show. Yeah. All right. So is there anything to this point, Christian, that we've covered that you'd like to go into a little further? Maybe things we missed out on, some key dates that are coming up, further appearances, interviews, any information you really like to get out to the public
Shoot.
right
Yeah,
this
like I
moment.
wanna, like I'm doing this to educate, like those new parents, like the younger parents, to show them a bit, like not to trust those people that are recruiting, and like
Right.
how they process to recruit, because there's a pattern to this, they always use the same kind of techniques. There's for sure there's like evolution since my years, but like not that much change, there's a pattern to it. And if people like notice like stuff like at school, the kids, parents can ask their kids, hey, like you see anything like that similar to this, like at school, or like just to prevent this to other kids, because like it's not what they say and they promise, and like they 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 destroy lives, they destroy families, like they kill kids, like so like yeah, we gotta expose this, and everybody has to do their share, and like you can do your share by sharing. So
That's a great point. Yes, that's just really, that's beautiful and amazing. And the fact that you're still alive and here to talk about this
yeah.
is pretty incredible. If everything that you're sharing with us, which we assume it is in fact what you've been made to
Oh
endure,
yeah.
what you've experienced. So
I am ready to be interrogated on anything that's in the book, on a lie detector, like anytime. Like I'm not,
yeah.
yeah,
Who is this? Now, we're not normally people to go around bashing others
yeah,
necessarily, but who is the one fellow Stuart? Is it Sverdlow? I think
yeah.
there's you take exception to some of the things that he says about Montauk. I'm not sure how much he goes into discussing Camp Hero, but what's your beef with the guy exactly? What do you agree with him
Well,
on, and what do you take exception to?
because like he's using like the story that Preston released. He was there, like, but there's a two side to the story. He was a bit older, and like so. Yeah, like I think there were like other kids that were checking like a bit like the other kids, and like and also in the acid house, like same thing, like like we were there were like older kids that were like doing us like like a slice of peanut butters, and like like stuff like that in the
Well,
kitchenette.
peanut butter. What did you just say?
Well, because like once we were done like the week in the and the underground at Camp Hero, like being beat and all, like we had to be healing, like so they were sending us for like a week inside the acid house where we would heal there, and like before they were returning us to our parents. So and like it was like a little like squat, like a bunch of kids together, and like they were coming inside from time to time. Jack had the little desk there and all, but yeah, it was mainly kids. We all had like a little spot to like rooms to focus on those wall tie dye, and like they were at the LSD house, like like they had like a bunch of like different color patterns, like LSD thematic, like to make us like fixate those walls and all. Yeah, like that was
Yeah, that would.
and
I
they were
guess
programming us in that
sure.
house too, like after the week of of beating and like torture.
Right.
So
That's fascinating how that works on a deeper psychological level. So to rest and resuscitate, I guess, or recuperate, I guess, is another word,
yeah,
to get your strength
programming.
back. Yeah, but how about the whole business of rewards? First punishments, beatings, torture, and then come back with rewards after that? Was there nothing other than just more acid and peanut butter?
Yeah, like there weren't no rewards there. Like
No.
we were lucky when we got a keychain
Yeah.
of like the light tower. Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know the old
like
man of the mountain? You know the story of the old man of the mountain, the Hashashin?
nope.
Well, that's where the word assassin comes from, I guess, right? So the Hashashin, old man of the mountain, I don't know his exact name, but you can look that one up if you care to, Sonia. But yeah, they would get these young men really, really high on just some really powerful hash, along with who knows what exactly, but and then take them so that they would, to the point where they would pass out, and then they would be taken to this garden of pleasures. Just they'd wake up in a new, like a heavenly garden of pleasure with young women and lots of great quality food and all sorts of wonderful things. In fact, some people say that's where this Islamic belief of when you commit bloody martyrdom, you're rewarded in heaven with how many, 32 virgins or 72 virgins. So that's those are the roots of that whole ridiculous story. But and then after they had enjoyed themselves for a while in this fake world that had been staged, with all these pleasures and rewards, they would not have them, I think, knocked out again and return them to the original location. So people can investigate that further with, I'm sure, a few documentaries via YouTube and elsewhere of the old man of the mountain. He was lethal, though, ruthless. Yeah, and he had a significant number of these highly trained killers at his disposal. So, that he was very potent and had a great deal of power back in the day. But no, and that's why I was asking with what sort of impact or effect that would have on one's psyche, being beaten, punished. Like some parents do this sometimes. You may be aware. And maybe it's out of guilt on their part after they've treated their kids so badly that, oh well, hey, maybe we can go out for an ice cream now or something, or take you to a movie, or something like that, I guess, right? So maybe here's a puppy or a bicycle. So
Yeah,
we'd have to talk to a
yeah.
professionally trained psychologist, I guess, to get Jordan Peterson. Just give where's Jordan Peterson when we need him? Right. So, hey, Sonia, did you get the video clip going? Is it ready?
Yes, I sent it to you on Facebook. I put a little message in there.
Oh, I see.
But yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. That was the quickest way that I could do that, because I would have had to do other stuff. So.
Okay. Why don't you carry on then with some of those questions you've got, and I will take a look at what's going on here.
Sweet.
On Facebook.
Okay, so I was just really curious earlier about the whole handler thing, and I think we've kind of talked a little bit about that and kind of moved past that a little bit, I guess. I'm just kind of I was wondering maybe if you know anything about, and this is a teeny bit, I guess, off topic or off your story anyway, but for the MK thing, the MK-Ultra thing, isn't like there's other projects involved with that they all kind of work together, and I've heard of the Project Mockingbird, which is has to do with television and television programming, or basically because people are in a trance state when they start watching television. I think it's like 30 seconds in and they're in a trance state and they don't realize it, kind of thing. So that leaves their subconscious kind of open to suggestions.
Programmation, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So do you know anything about that, or what is your take on that whole thing? Are they doing this to everybody? You know?
Yeah, it's like everybody's concerned now because they're like it's population control. Like the mind control is not for like defense anymore. Like it's a bit like there, but there's a limit to like the amount of spies
psychics and
and
actual
like the Manchurian candidate
Right.
necessary like because there's a lot like that are already done. So yeah, it's everybody's like being like targeted like somehow with those
Right.
advertising for all kinds of stuff, and like you it's so subtle you don't really see it. It's like
Right.
it's made
Very
for
under
like
the
you look
radar.
at it and be smiling, like while you're being brainwashed. So like you know, like well you you drool while you watch TV. So
Right. Yeah. Kind of like
uh
that. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. I mean, that's because TV's been a big deal for me as far as the whole programming thing, because it's very easy to kind of see what's going on with it. And I've had a few interactions with TV which were very weird, and other electronics type of thing like radio and things like that. So so yeah, that's kind of what I kind of got a little
the U.S. government
distracted there.
hired
But in any
witches,
case,
psychics, and actual
so the only other thing maybe I can bring up while Jeffy's pulling up the often thing is maybe if you want to tell us a little bit about Preston Nichols and the whole thing about where they're bringing in this other guy who has been in the quote unquote narrative, or for a long time, who's supposed to be Duncan Cameron, that and they're blending it in with the Philadelphia thing, I guess, that happened. And
Yeah,
it's
that's
been happening, that narrative's been around for a while, but you're totally saying no, that's not what happened.
no, I
Can you
know
tell
it's
us?
this happened to
Right.
me. Like
Exactly.
not maybe, not if. Like this happened to me. So yeah, like
How are these
yeah.
guys involved, and why are they saying this? They're just trying to cover up what they did at Montauk, do you think? Or
I think it's somehow like it turned into Black Op because like of the potential. It's a market, and like yeah, Black Ops take
Oh,
market, build markets, and all kind of stuff. And that's probably why it's worth 20 billions today. Like
okay.
Stranger Things. So like that's
Right.
one, but like how many movies were inspired by my story, and like how many books,
Yeah. I
and
mean, I
yeah,
remember hearing about your story long ago, like when I had no idea about anything. You were talking earlier about how you had to wake up to your life being a lie, and usually, or most people who wake up to like how we've all been lied to about things, but yours goes like doubly worse. We're not only have to wake up to
yeah,
the BS lie in schools and history and things, but also your own life being that way, which it kind of feels that way anyway when you wake up to the what they're doing to folks. So so my whole thing was that well, not my whole thing, but yeah, that's just so much to. I mean, I, I I remember hearing about that like before I knew anything about what was going on. So this whole story it's very popularized and has been popularized for many
yeah.
years.
They
That was
added,
Al Bielek, like we were talking about earlier
Yeah,
during the
yeah,
pre-show with
that guy.
Art Bell,
Mhm.
and Coast to Coast, and Preston Nichols was on the show, both shows a few times, from as memory serves. People can find this content via archive.org as well. Little value added, uh, kind of the heads up coming your way there, people. Uh, archive.org. Yeah. Montauk, Al Bielek, Preston Nichols, Philadelphia Experiment. So it's just, just muddying the waters, a lot of real confusion to,
yeah.
but there was some truth to what they were putting out there as well. And as always, you want to get ahead of as things
You have to know
come
what part are true and what part are not.
right.
Like and after like you listen to what they say and you say, yeah, like, oh yeah, like, yeah, like, okay, that part's true. Like, like it's a puzzle what they
Yep.
did. It's really a puzzle. But they left clues here and there like that. You'll like see and like, yeah, like, uh, so yeah,
So, and
it's
as always, control the narrative. It seems to be the
yeah.
the number one.
Put
Uh,
the accent on the sci-fi, not on the kids, what we lived through. Like, like it kind of you see a bit, and like it's nice now because like it's really popular. Like, but people think it's a sci-fi, so like it loses all the seriousness of the base of this. Like yes,
well,
like this needs to be exposed. Like now, like people are thinking, oh, it's sci-fi. Oh yeah, you think you're 11, and then fuck, I
well,
was fucking. Like I was tortured. Like that's the truth. Like everything I say in my book,
yeah.
like I'm ready to be on a polygraph
hmm
anytime. So
I think your story is ready to be put into documentary form as well. Speaking, of you know the Montauk Chronicles, uh, you know Garantino, I guess that's his last
yeah,
name,
Christopher Garetano. Yeah,
Christopher, and then Brian together. I think could. Well, why don't they team up?
yeah.
Why don't they team up and work on doing that for you? And
Christopher's pretty busy. Like he has like I think it's a year or two of like work in
Mhm,
advance or
right.
so.
Well, it would be a chance to get the story straight. So
Yeah,
let's get to a few of the comments that were coming our way here. Jehan Satur, who I believe some of you may recognize, that I'm not sure if that's his actual name or a nom de guerre, nom de plume. You like all those French references, don't you, Christian?
yeah, yeah. That's
So
funny.
they found their
Yeah.
way into the English language too, kind of like deja vu and many others,
Oh
of
yeah,
course. So I love French. Yeah, le français, j'aime ça. But
yeah.
Jehan Satur, MK, and he is the host of the. We're gonna be
Oh,
having him on the show.
he's a
Actually,
nice guy. He's a
you,
really
you
good
were
guy.
you were interviewed by him.
Yeah.
What the name? It's escapes.
Boundless Authenticity Podcast, I think it is.
Let's hear that again.
Boundless Authenticity
Right.
Podcast.
Boundless
I think that's
Authenticity
yeah.
BAP. Just remember that. BAP.
Yeah,
Try, don't
yeah.
not to be confused with FAP, of course, right, Sonia? Because some people would go there. I'm not sure if she even knows what fapping entails exactly, but either that or she's muted out. So, but yeah, bop. Actually, bop in Korean is rice or food, like bogum bop. A lot of bop. It's just rice or food. But Boundless Authenticity podcast. Let's see how easy it is to remember these sort of things. That's a little technique that I've got, anyways. But
Sonia, you're mute.
eh, eh, what did you say, Sonia? Unmute. I'm focused on
Yeah.
the comments here, and then we're
Yeah,
gonna
I
get.
wasn't saying anything.
Oh, you've heard it? Have
That's
you heard
why
of have you heard of fapping?
trying to make Jaffe happy.
If you're no, you make me happier if
Oh,
you're unmuted and you're laughing at my
oh,
dumb jokes.
oh, okay. Yeah, you do have some of those for sure.
Thanks to yeah, more than a few, unfortunately.
Yeah,
John
yeah.
Sanders, Chris Laterreur, got a lot of we've got a lot of support here. 13 people altogether via Facebook. Barb Pruitt Graham, Chuck Lang, Joshua Allen Huckle, Robert Mitchell, Robert Sandage. I was going to say Sandwich, but not quite. Dennis Coach. Is it Coach or Cock? I really don't know. So it's a Coke perhaps. Coley Weber. Uh, why does that name ring a bell? Coley Weber. I did. I'm just kidding. So no, we had her. Actually, it was 2 weeks ago? We had her on
Yeah.
as a feature guest. She was a lot of fun for sure.
Last
Silly
week.
man. Yeah,
She
Yeah,
right?
2 weeks. Yeah.
yeah, she loves to joke around and
Mhm.
just have a good
She's a
time. So
sweetheart,
yeah.
for sure.
Min
Yes.
Bilge. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Mine Bilge, Mini Bilge. Anyway, Sonia, Chris, Michael Adamson, he's quite the character too. And I think he's dare I say, I'm not sure if it's a fan of yours necessarily, Christian, but he's definitely a supporter, someone who's been
He's
listening to,
a good guy. Like, he read
Michael.
my book. Yeah, like,
Is he in Quebec or is he overseas?
no, he's in Canada. Like, he's an artist. Like, he's a painter and
He's,
all. Like, he
yeah,
does nice work.
he's
Like,
really high
yeah,
profile. Maybe actually he's
yeah,
Ontario. You
yeah.
know, I thought I saw a picture of him with Murray McLaughlin, if I'm not mistaken, at some sort of soiree. So,
Yeah, that could be possible. Yeah.
have you heard of Murray McLaughlin? He's a singer,
No.
kind of folk singer, country singer, a lot of great Canadian folk music and whatnot. So, leads me to want to go and download his music after the show. In fact,
Famke's back.
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to interrupt you. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, did you
back.
get the video?
Yeah, hang on.
The video
Alta
Okay,
Jameson
cool.
Kuhn, regarding this whole business of, as we were discussing earlier, MK, often was about testing psychics, ESP, telepathy, remote viewing, as well as occult research into demonology, witchcraft, black magic, and astrology. This is all coming to us courtesy of Boundless Authenticity podcast host Yehan Satur. Researchers in MK often are also very interested in symbols and how they affect consciousness and behavior. Well, bingo. Yeah, right on the mark there, for sure. And David Wilkes, once again, talking about, I think it's both of his grandparents being Shriners and grandmother or high priestess, the daughters of the Nile. New comment here just a couple minutes ago, courtesy of Yehan Satur. Sonia takes between 30 and 90 seconds for prefrontal cortex to deactivate as a result of exposure to a screen. My grandmother always used to tell me to sit back, sit away, sit back, get away from that TV screen.
Yeah.
And it's the same with computers, same with cell phones. Actually, cell phones are even probably worse for you. Truth be told, they're just awful, nasty. Not that we're here to offer any formal medical, legal, or what is the third one that I always forget? Financial advice, you know. So they're strictly entertainment purposes. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Then it activates something known by neuroscience as the stress fear memory pathway. Stress fear memory pathway, which is one of the major pathways responsible for human behavior. Well, people can come and check this out on off of my main channel, and the rest of the comment, it's quite extensive here. But when he says stress fear memory pathway, I'm thinking fight, flight, fuck, feast, friend. I've added a few to that list. You know, it just used to be what, fight or flight, but fight, flight, fuck, feast, or friend. So I think those are the five I'm up to, and they're all distinct too. Like fight, flight, right? You engage or take off out of fear. You screw them, hopefully in a good way, or not. I guess it's the Montauk job is to set them up as you screw them royally. And interesting that terminology, they're royally screwed, right? So it's like you really did it now. Pissed in the pickles. Feast, where you eat them in one form or another, or maybe something about them, you know, their resources. And then friend is one option too, where it's a genuine bona fide friend. So here comes the video, folks.
Thanks for explaining that.
Well, it's just something I've been kind of mulling over. I got a little too much time on my hands here, unfortunately. So, but let's get this in place. Here we go. Bring this up. Only runs for a minute or so, and let's see what they say about MK Eventual. Is that right?
Often.
Okay.
Close enough. Here we go. Pay attention, folks. Listen up.
The U.S. government hired witches, psychics, and actual Satanists.
Not to stop evil, but to weaponize it. Now, over 1,200 declassified documents have exposed the chilling truth behind Operation Often, MK-Ultra's forbidden twin. We all know about MK-Ultra, the CIA's secret mind control experiments using LSD, but buried beneath that was something even darker, a forgotten program called Operation Often. These recently declassified files from December 2024 reveal that Operation Often wasn't just strange, it was spiritually depraved. Words like possession, rituals, and paranormal entities appear throughout the documents. And the purpose? To explore whether black magic could break an enemy's will. Inside secret military labs, mediums were brought in. They attempted occult rituals. They conducted sessions with allegedly possessed individuals. And there were even fatalities, incidents the government still refuses to fully explain.
Okay, well, that only ran for a minute, approximately. That's all we've got there. MK Eventual. That's not the right one. It's how I'd like to, I guess, what I would call it. What are we looking at there again? MK. Let's see here. Often, yeah. So, why was that name chosen exactly? Can anyone tell us? And where do things stand now? Have people fact checked this? MK Often, a quick little chat GPT, and take it from there.
Yeah, there's documents like that are released now. I think like about I didn't like check, but like so far what I've seen from like MK Often, like it's really what I've went through, like like from the Satanists and like all those things matched together that they're describing that it was. That's the project I went through. So
That's really wild. We got 10 minutes left here, and I'm not sure how you'd like to wrap things up exactly. But the one thing that I had to kind of just add to the mix here is this MK Often. I think I'm going to launch my own program called MK Eventual, just to throw a wrench in the works. It's like the savior, sort of like basically the way that deprogramming in conjunction with the dollar that that you're basically offering in support of people that have been targeted, abused, many of them now gone. Of course, their families have suffered immensely with the loss, presumably, uh, depending on where they're at spiritually. Some people just,
yeah,
don't really, just could really care less, not really give a damn. But when it's really quite something, though. Everyone reacts differently when they lose someone under whatever set of circumstances they are. So, but the point I was going to make regarding conspiracy is this is an example. I just bounced off a chat GP the other day. It's like, okay, the conspiracies, like, yeah, they exist, and here's a list of main popular conspiracies that have come to light and been proven to have occurred. And then I asked, well, how many conspiracies are there throughout history that have actually occurred in addition to what has been revealed and come to light? And that's the real thing that people need to focus on, is not how much has come to the surface, is how much still remains hidden and covered up. In addition to that, the more that we reveal throughout the course of the apocalypse age where we find ourselves currently, it seems, if people keep their eye on the ball, essentially, the powers that be continue through things like the Corona apocalypse and what's taking place in the Ukraine and Gaza and the Epstein files, and the way that they work to distract the public, and the way that they try to, once again, to frame the narrative.
predictive programmation.
Pardon me?
Predictive programmation, like those
Yes.
those historic facts that are like reproducing, and they're like those Simpson scenes that they're like reproducing, like that's all like that's it's not all.
But
sure. They are like reproducing those scenes, like it's.
Yeah, well, that's revelation of the method. A lot of that. That's called But you're right. It's both predictive programming and revelation. Like, revelation of the method is, here's how we do it, folks. Kind of wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And then predictive programming is where they let out they kind of
Little
tease the pub.
clues or
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. For those with eyes to see, ears to hear, here's what you've got coming at you quite shortly. Get ready. It's like we tried to warn you, you didn't listen. So uh and it's all very much weaponized, the war on consciousness, through things like, I mean, politics. What the term government itself, what does it mean? Mind control. It literally breaks down meaning mind control. And then so I can't help but ask myself, and I'm sure for those people that think about these things, just briefly reflect upon them, like, who governs who? Do I allow somebody else, some third party entity out there, kind of hijacking my
Yeah.
consciousness and dictating to me what it is that I should think, how I should feel, what I should do, eat, wear, say, you
It's a
know.
small group, 1%. Yeah, and start with a
Right.
Z.
Well,
So,
look at the trans, was it the transformation, the mass transformation, extraordinary popular delusions, and the madness of crowds. Charles Mackay, very famous book. But this mass transformation is another way of just kind of more concisely putting things. And as you say, the 1%, but then everyone just, they follow orders. They fall into line.
yeah, they're like attached to every country, like just like a bit in everywhere, and yeah,
And the more that we bring to light and reveal and comes to the surface, the more that the powers that be kind of freak out and react.
adrenochrome and all.
What's
It's
that?
all from that adrenochrome and like
Yes,
all those
well,
things. It's all like the baby the SRA stuff. If you look the
satanic
history,
ritual
yeah,
abuse.
it's all from like the Talmud Zionist. Like that's
Right.
the
Hmm. That's, yeah, the Sabbateans, where they invert everything. Like, we have a conscience that we're born with. It's
yeah.
inherent within us, presumably. It's, you could say, ingrained, just like with any animal in nature. They have their logos, like their way, that the code, essentially, that their intelligence, right, that they have and that they follow. And how just anybody, like, we know that it's wrong to kill or to lie or to steal, and how just our conscience immediately feels guilty for doing certain things, to cheat on your wife, and
Yeah.
so forth. So, but yeah, the way that the Sabbateans, they invert that and turn it on its head, so that, oh no, this is good to do these things. The world needs more of this, not less. So yeah, so but and we're going to get to that part in the audiobook version of things, which we've been working on here over the last little while. We'll have more content coming your way shortly, Christian. Hopefully you'll be happy with what we have to offer. We're of course,
Yeah.
it's all freely
Yeah.
being produced. I know we could do a better job, though. There's no doubt, if we had like better equipment, more of it like a studio type setup. And
They were doing a nice job because it's really not bad, the book. Like, hey, for like all the fight and the trouble and like coming from where it's coming and like
how many
you know,
people have
like
been helping you? You've got Robert Morningstar, you've got Ann
yeah,
Diamond, you've got myself, you've got
yeah.
Sonia over here. How many other people can you name that have been
Well, Brian Mimic, like with the pictures,
Brian Minnick, Elena
like
Freeland?
yeah, Elena Freeland gave me a hand with that too. Like there's a bunch of people that are and a lot of
Chantel Mayberg.
Who's that,
huh?
Sonia?
Chantel Mayberg from
Yeah, Chantel.
Aquarius
Who
Yeah.
Rising.
who is your hypnotherapist? What was her name?
Misha Johnston.
How did you and
Yeah.
you met? Did you meet her through Ann Diamond or not?
No, her like honestly, because I was like having a Monarch programming, and she had a
Yeah.
book outside release on this. So like at some point, like I had to like look into this. So I contacted her and like asked her a bit of information, and like yeah, she was super nice and like really helpful. Like she's used to this. Like a lot of people are uh, waking up, and especially I don't know if it's related to Michael Aquino's death, but like at the same time as he died, a lot of people like woke up to. So probably from the hypnotic possession he had on us, like on like many people, like because he was really like
Interesting.
Well,
that was one of
that's
his
a good
strong
point.
point.
He passed away like what, 3, 4, 5 years ago?
Yeah, yeah, and like a bunch of people like started waking up at the same time. So like we talked about this in a group at some point, and like that was pretty interesting because like yeah, like we were all like waking up to those facts. That yeah, that's
Incredible.
Wow.
Sacre bleu en français. Sacre bleu.
sacre bleu.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's it.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So listen, we've got less than a minute left here. Terra at Montauk, I believe, is the
yeah.
website address.
Montauk.com. Yeah,
Galacticfire.com. Thank you so much,
Mhm.
Christian and Sonia, once
thanks.
again for all you've provided and put together here and put out on the table. Your research, of course, and the work you've done behind the scenes, very valuable. The what you've had to endure and suffer as well. It's time now to change and transform that energy into something more positive. Hopefully,
And thank you, Jeffy, for getting this out there,
we'll
Yeah,
we'll
that's
talk
super cool.
for
Like
doing
I,
this.
I
we'll talk again
appreciate it,
shortly.
brother.
Okay.
Peace, love, and all that jazz. Happy sailing.
Yes.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Yes.
And there we go. So Teams has cut us off again. That's the way they operate. But fear not, we will be back here this coming Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 on the East Coast. Wednesday, 12 noon, the Tokyo and Seoul time zone, with our latest edition of World Pirate Radio News. Fabkey Morris chiming in right at the end here. It's Fabkey because I'm fab. So yeah, definitely not nothing. So a lot of fabbing. Not hopefully not more fabbing than fapping, and you'll be all right. So yeah, it sounds like you might have missed the joke that we threw out there earlier. Fab key. Yeah. So offering us the key to fabbing. Thank you, Yehan Satur, as well. Sonia, of course, Christian, David Wilkes, all the lurkers. Once again, be sure to sign in. Next go round, Infinite Reality, Amos 777. Wow, good stuff there, people. We almost made it to the 100, almost 100 comments altogether here. Not quite, fell a little short of the mark, but that's the way. That's the way the pirate cookie crumbles. So I think we're gonna do well with the show, getting it up into the archives over the course of the weekend here, along with once again recording more of the audiobook version of what Christian has put together for us here. Of course, this project he's been working on over the last couple of years. The Montauk Boys, MK-Ultra's Wildest Experiment Known. How long until there's a documentary film production put together covering his story is anyone's guess, but I can certainly see it. It makes total sense, doesn't it? WPRPN.com is the website you'll want to drop by, take a look at. Be sure as well to check out the show description end of things. We have a Patreon presence via galacticfire.com. A lot of great quality merchandise, including t-shirts, coffee mugs, and the like. Pirate One Radio at protonmail.com is our email address if you have any show suggestions, guest ideas in mind, or would like to help us out on the PayPal end of things. Half of everything we do manage to generate as far as public support is concerned goes directly back to the people. How many other, ask yourselves this, how many other social media, outfits, personalities, live streaming productions bother to do this? Not too many that I'm aware of. So, but hashtag WWRHD. What would Robin Hood do? Be sure as well to like, comment, share, blast away at the subscription and notification buttons. You don't smash them down in here in Skullport Harbor. You blast away, of course, with your musket or whatever else it is that you have on hand as far as pirate-styled firearms are concerned. So liking, commenting, sharing, subscription, notification buttons. Remembering to pass word on to your friends, family, and co-workers. It's been yet another wild ride here. Hope everyone has a great weekend. We're certainly going to do our best to have that be the case here via South Korea. On behalf of Captain Long John Sinclair and all the rest of the crew down in Skullport Harbor, and until we meet again via these high, often all too intrepid digital seas, I'm your host, as always, Robin Hood's Chief Communications Officer, Jaffe Ryder, reminding you, keep your ear to the ground and eyes to the sky. Tally-ho!
I know. There we be. Having carefully looked over each of our navigation panel instruments,
checking every level, switch, dial, cable, knob, and pulley, by all accounts and indications, we indeed see it's time once again to drop anchor inside Mystic Bay.
Draw an end to yet another week of World Pirate Radio Live.
Remember,
if you're looking for a little more animated online action,
keep in mind we've likely got yet another great free-flowing Rogues Gallery after show
coming up for the next hour in one of our more premium, exclusive, and remote digital underground online pirate hideaways. Also, if you yourself have a new,
novel, intriguing, or otherwise underreported idea, unique individual, or pressing item in mind, be sure to either drop us a line directly over on WPRPN.com or fire us a quick email
via PirateOneRadio@ProtonMail.com.
We're always open to exploring fresh creative suggestions, intriguing guest ideas, cutting-edge discussion topics, and captivating themes.
Remember, WPRPN.com member site subdomain links are also always available.
Great for artists, musicians, podcasters, bloggers, social media personalities,
or pretty much just any old landlubber
looking to boost their online visibility, presence, and reach.
Basic personal profile accounts can be launched for just $60 per year.
Staking your claim now helps not only strengthen you and the network, we're also looking out for the little guy. That's right, folks. As much as half of all WPRPN's profits are redirected right back into the hands of the people who really need it most. Community charity. After all, we are the Robin Hood.
You can further embark on your own personal pirate journey by either liking, sharing,
commenting on, subscribing to, or just following us via virtually any mainstream social media platform, including Twitter, Facebook, Gab, or Minds.com. So don't forget to become engaged. Until we meet again out on the high digital seas, I'm your host as always, the ship's Chief Communications Officer, Jaffe Ryder. Tally-ho.